and gentlemen, Michael Palmisano here again, and I hope you're having a great day out there. Tomorrow night, I might post it the same day, I don't know. Wednesday, I will be going up to see Dead & Company, an impromptu trip, my wife Annie and I, up at SPAC. So if any of you are going, please let me know. I'd love to meet any of you and all of you in person if possible. So I logged on today, thinking I'd do a Dead tune, right? And so I'm on GuitarGate, obviously, looking for songs to pick from students. And what is the very first one that I see? It is Lazy Lightning into Supplication from Cornell. I believe this is the last two songs from Cornell that I have left to do from covering the entire album. So it is with great pleasure that I do this. Now, this is from Metamucil. It says, I've been following since pre-pandemic times, really enjoyed the journey. Really couldn't wait till I did the Bob songs, as they never seem to get the respect deserved compared to the Garcia Hunter Giants. Totally agree. He said, I became a lifetime member partially because your videos have helped me during some tough times, but also in the hopes of finally hearing your take on Lazy Lightning into Supplication for Cornell. By the way, I chose this video because it's got both songs in one video. Dude, thank you so much for being a lifetime member on the website and taking my lessons and courses, and I'm so happy that these videos helped you during a hard time. I can tell you that this pandemic period and having a newborn, like literally the week the world shut down, and having all this going on, you have helped me a tremendous amount towards some really tough times. It has not been that great. I haven't been that great to myself. You know what I'm talking about. And I just want you to know that we're in this together. For real. And I appreciate you too, brother. Here we go. Let's hit the button. Such a wild song. I want to keep stopping, but I'm letting it. I'm gonna let it play a while. I mean, this is such a wild song. Admittedly, this would take me a long time to get the feel right. Like I'm feeling it in 7, but there's so many parts where it seems to jump, and there's so many little intricate movements that like, I mean, I've heard this before. I've never tried to learn this song before. You know, we're in the neighborhood of C major. You know, a lot of your licks are coming from there. There's a very cool, sounds like E7, so a hard 3, if you will, for that one little breakdown point. There's just a lot going on, as always. And again, I can't do Cornell without mentioning this. The Betty boards are just amazing. I can hear all the little intricate parts. and Phil owns my entire brain right now. I mean, all those little runs, like, you see what I mean? So like that little part right there, like it's like it's going into a waltz for a second. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're like, what? That is such a wild feel. Again, I said it before. I'll repeat it. These tracks, I don't want to say that you're wrong when you say they don't get the respect that the Hunter, Garcia ones do, but they're squirrely. They're really freaking squirrely. I would have to listen to this a bunch of times and really try to play it a bunch of times before I felt comfortable. Forget about the chords. The chords, seems pretty much straightforward. You got C major, you got G major, you got E minor, you got A minor. There's that 1E7 part which really stood out, which was super cool. But the feel of how they all mesh together I'm struggling with it. I'm just going to say it flat out. I'm struggling with it. Like, you try to count it, but then it's not like all beats are equal. It's like there's sets of 3 which feel super swung, and then there's like straight sets of 4 that kind of come out of it. It's just these tunes are hard. I'm just gonna say it. They're hard. Hold on a second now. All right, so that part is like a little A minor vamp, and it feels straight there, right? It feels just 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to focus on the ride. Like, I love that I'm just going to post this video and you see me totally struggling with the rhythm here, because the rhythm is usually the thing that's intuitive for me. But the closer I listen to it, the key to figuring out is really pay attention to the ride. When you hear that, right, those little triplets there on the ride, that's like that swung feel of 3, and then it straightens out. Listen for it. Hear it? That, all right, we're getting there. Sounds so good. What happened? The audio changed. It's back. Does it do that on the record, or is it just this video? I don't know. Let me know. Those slide parts were otherworldly. I don't know what that sound is. I feel like I just heard something I've never heard before. Settling into D now. So many cool runs. Trying not to start and stop all the time, but listen to this one little part. It's like, but then like a horn part, you know, like almost like a Charlie Parker-esque kind of run, and then it turns immediately into this swampy little bluesy part with a completely different feel. See, this is what I'm trying to get to, trying to communicate, that this is a wild feel. I know a lot of you out there are just going to be like, Michael, you're overselling it. This isn't a crazy feel. I've been playing this for years. Oh, well, great. If you've been playing it for years and it's intuitive for you, all the power to you. I'm still trying to like internalize where the bounce is, right? Like, where's the one? It's fleeting, right? And you hear Jerry just completely play over the bars, like all this craziness is happening down here. I've said this before in previous videos, and he's up here. It's Miles Davis style, where it's like it takes this to make this make sense, right? And it's just carrying it. But that feel, if you're not feeling where to play in this, forget about what to play, right? It's just where. The key takeaway for me so far, as I'm really intently listening to this track, is that there's so much spatial awareness happening, and I just am kind of struggling with what I would play or how I would fit in. I don't feel it yet. I don't hear it. Like, it's not obvious or intuitive. I keep using intuition, but like that, this run. Again, you're gonna make you take it again. Listen to the first part, and then almost like it's falling off a cliff, like cascading, right? And it starts adding in those chromatic blue notes in there. It's just, this is a very wild up and back right here. Okay, go back. Double it up. Right there. Again. Completely changes feel. Ba-rum-ba-da-da. But you see what I'm talking about? It's like there's like a waltz. There's sets of threes in here that are like a waltz. Ba-rum-ba-da-da. Right. what is that sound coming out of the keys, man? Hear that shift? Like a tape being pulled?
Dizzy ain't the word for the way that you're making me feel now. Well, I need some indication, girl, if all of this is real now. Now help me, girl. I've heard it said there's something wrong in my head now. Tell me, girl. Could it be infatuation or am I just being misled now? All the information will strike me now. It's rocking my imagination. Got to like me. There goes a piece of excitation. You don't find that out. Could be hallucination. Way you strike me now. Come on.
Like, what is that line? It's just crazy. It's crazy to me. You guys that have watched me for a while know that this kind of music is not my background. You will also, well, you can see it now in plain view that I struggle with odd time stuff. Always have. I'm someone who very, very deeply thrives on things that have equal subdivisions, right? Everything's 2s and 3s, right? So even though you might be counting this at 7 or at 14 if you're extending it, I'm trying to get to the place where I feel where that 3 is, and then there's like 2 sets of 2s, right? Or something else. Everybody feels these things a little differently. But there's no way in hell I would ever have come up with a line like you heard Jerry just do to connect these. Like just even when Bob comes in and starts singing it, I'm like, whoa, that is not where I expected a vocal line to fit. Like, what am I listening to? But then listen to this run Jerry comes in with. What? What? Lunacy. You know that. You know. Complete freeform improv. Like this is him just interval hunting, following his ears, just going up and down. There's no scale here. There's no pattern. The rhythmic bounce you cannot reproduce it right. It is unlike, like it's like listening to like a Charlie Parker line, right? Or like Miles Davis. These are like, when I mean by interval hunting, I mean like horn players can only play one note at a time. And so, yes, they're thinking in terms of chords, but it's also totally melody based, right? You're starting with the melody. The chords are like, since you can't play them, it's always chord tones, but you're connecting them in a way where it's just one interval at a time. You're hunting your intervals, right? You hear me talk about it all the time, hunting thirds, right? But lunacy. It's. I mean, it's like listening to a horn part. Hit the button. Forgot it did that. Is that it? Yeah, okay. It just wanders. All right. Who sent me this? All right. Again, Metamucil. Great name. Okay. Thank you for being a subscriber. Thanks for taking my lessons and courses. You know how much that means to me, and I'm so glad you posted this today. It's always fortuitous. I'm even more excited to go see Dead and Company tomorrow. These tunes, these tunes are strange. They just are. And I know for a lot of you out there that are, really experienced musicians, especially well-versed in this stuff and have been for a long time, you might laugh by how much odd times and feeling things like this come to me, how difficult, how it doesn't come naturally to me. It is the God's honest truth. It is gospel. Like, I am always trying, like, if I can't find an equal subdivision, so a triplet's like 3 notes with equal spacing in between, it's an equal subdivision, and like 2s and 4s, you could cut them in half. If I can't feel that, I really deeply struggle with where to come in, where to play, because I'm always trying to think, where do I fit instead of what notes to choose. The notes are entirely secondary in the way I approach playing music. And so to hear songs like this, where like one set of 3 seems straight and another one literally sounds like a waltz, and then you can have a straight set of 4 and then follow that with another waltz kind of sound, which seems like it carries all the way to 7. Like, it is pure flow. And the way the band can do that is just unique to them. I don't know other music where you have odd times like this and you encounter these things but then it's still so tight. It's so tight and fluid together as a group. And then there's Jerry on top, which I can only describe it as horn parts. And the feel that he has, it's ridiculous the way he peppers intervals all over these tracks. It's ridiculous. But this one in particular, really, I couldn't even get to the place where I could start figuring out all the different notes, because I still couldn't wrap my head around how in the world do you come in there with that over this. That is my key takeaway listening to this. How in the world are you coming in there with that over this? I don't think I can say it more clearly than that. I don't know. But, again, Metamucil, thank you so much for suggesting this. Thank you all that have been supporting this dead journey of mine. And especially thank you, again, like Metamucil, for those of you that have taken the extra step and allow me to be one of your resources online and have joined guitargate.com and uploaded to this page. Like you said in the beginning, it got you through some tough times. Baby, it got me through some real tough times. And I'm deeply grateful for all of you out there. And I hope if any of you out there at SPAC tomorrow night, Wednesday, June 6th, I believe, please, if you see me, come say hi. I'd love to meet you in person. You guys have changed my life for the better. And I'm happy to do this little bit that I get to do for you too. That's it. I don't think I have anything else to add. I love you. Cheers.